Islam, Islam, Islam. Back with another one. Back with another one. But they ain't think I had another one. What's up, TikTok? What's up, TikTok? We back with another one. We finna go win once again. We finna go win once again. Back with another one. Enforce the contract to discharge your bills. We still talk about discharging the bills. We still talking about how to discharge them bills. We still talking that conscious college talk. First, let me give my praise to Father God, Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. Let me give all honor to noble Drew Ali, the holy prophet, who taught us the status correction, who taught us nationality and divine creed and nationality and government and all these things we still need to know today. All honors to that brother noble Drew Ali. All honors to Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was the forerunner to open up the doors so noble Drew Ali can do what he did. You know what I'm saying? So all honors to them two brothers. Those are the two pillars of the Moor Science Temple of America. I'm back with another one. It's the faithful member. We still talking about discharging them bills. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about discharging them bills today. You know I'm back as promised. I said I was coming back today, and I'm back. For all the faithful members, I'm back. Faithful member number one is back. 001. I'm back, baby. 007. Call me 007 agent. I'm back, man, with another one. I told y'all how to enforce the contract. You got to enforce the contract. How do you enforce the contract? You got to sue for a breach of contract. I'm going right in. I'm going right in. Angie Smith, Facebook said we right here. We in here, fam. That's what I'm talking about. Next, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Angie said we in here, fam. I'm back. Let's talk about it. The breach of contract. First of all, you got to know what makes a contract. Let's talk about Joe Breezy. Say, yo, what's up, Joe Breezy? What's up, my boy? First, let's break some things down. Let's talk about breach of contract. First, you got to know what is a contract. A contract, according to the UCC 2-206, it's an offer and acceptance. Okay? So we're going to break down the UCCs today. We're going to break down the commercial laws. We're going to break down the commercial equities. You know what I'm saying? If you want this full breakdown, sticking this live, we're going to break down how to enforce the contract to discharge your bills. Come on now. We going to stick here, stick in this live. If you want to discharge some bills, if you want to know how to enforce a contract, you want to know what is a contract, you want to know how to perfect the contract, you want to know how to stop being violated your consumer rights, you want to know how to stop being violated your contract rights, you in the right spot. You in the right spot. Come on now. Kimberly Marie said, let's get it, she. Come on, as promised. Come on, as promised. Jay Breezy on TikTok say I'm in it. Come on now. I promise. Dontrell Barnes L says Islam Grand Sheik. Islam Dontrell Barnes L. More bite. Islam to all the more bites. All honest to all the faithful members and all to the Moorish Americans of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Islam, all honest. Let's talk about the breach of contract. I'm going to break it down. First, let's talk about what is a contract. Under the UCC 2-206, a contract has two parts, and that's the offer and acceptance. And that's not the elements of a contract. It's certain elements that the contract has to have, like the meeting of the minds. It has to have consideration. It has to have um legality. You know what I'm saying? So these are certain things that are contract elements of a contract. I'm not talking about the elements of the contract today. All right. I'm not gonna tell you. We're gonna come back again on the next live. We're gonna come back tomorrow on the next live to talk about the elements of contract. Today I'm gonna tell you how to enforce the contract and how do you know when you in the contract. First of all, under UCC 2-206, 2-206, you in a contract. A contract was formed when it's an offer made and acceptance. All right. So let me put on my glasses. Let me read this for you. 2-206, offer and acceptance and formation of contract, unless otherwise unambiguously indicated by language of circumstances. A. An offer to make a contract shall be construed as inviting acceptance in any manner and by any medium reasonable to the circumstances. B. An order or offer to buy goods for a prompt or current shipment shall be construed as inviting acceptance either by a prompt promise to ship or about a prompt or current shipment of conforming or non-conforming goods. But such a shipment of non-conforming goods does not constitute an acceptance if the seller reasonably notifies the buyer that the shipment is offered only as an accommodation to the buyer. You understand? So let's break that down. What is the UCC saying right here? So 2-206 saying, first of all, it has to be an offer made, and this offer can be made in any medium. It can be made through the mail. It can be made over the phone. It can be made verbally, constructively. It can be made by sending you a bill, an order to pay. All right. It says an order. UCC 206 says a contract is an order. So when they send you a bill, when they order you to pay, each one of these bills is in itself is a contract. And I'm going to teach you how to enforce that contract. I'm talking about the ones that want to get into conscious college. I'm talking to the ones that want to discharge their bills in the discharge depth class only for 149 in the conscious college. I'm going over the same materials that's in the conscious college. All right. And this what you seeing. If you on my Facebook, my YouTube, you seeing one of the forms that's in the conscious college that we use. Islam that we use. All right. Because we get the templates, we get certain forms straight from the federal district court to enforce the contract. But first you gotta know, anytime it's an offer and acceptance and you accepted the bill, you accepted it for deposit. You try to endorse your bills, you accepted it for deposit. You sent it back to the CFO. The CFO did not hold up his fiduciary duty. He has breached the contract. And every time you sign the loan, anytime you sign the loan, they securitize the contract. That's a breach of the contract. Jay Breezy say, what's your YouTube? My YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram is Faithful Member. My TikTok is Faithful Member. Faithful Member. I am a faithful member to the Moorish Science Temple of America and to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali on my square. Islamism. It's the law and the law must live. Our self-law and master. All right. So let's break it down. So we can understand. All right. I'm gonna give y'all the 5 steps. I'm gonna give y'all the 5 steps how to enforce a breach of contract. Hold on, give me 1 second. It's burning up in this house. I gotta turn on the AC. Cause it's burning up in this house. I'm gonna give you 5 ways to enforce the breach of a contract. Alright? I'm gonna give y'all 5 steps to do that today. You're gonna learn how to enforce a contract today after I'm done with you. Drop a 100 if you still with me. Drop a 100 if you still with me. If you still with me all the way up to this point of live, you stayed so you can learn how to enforce the contract. Drop me a 100. Michael Anthony Ill said, peace and love. Peace and love, Michael Anthony Ill. Peace and love, Moab. Okay, the Big Show and TikTok dropped the 100. Danny Mishaw dropped the 100 TikTok. Jay Breezy dropped the 100 TikTok. Brig dropped the 100. Kevin Brown dropped the 100. All right. Angie Wordsworth on Facebook dropped the 100. Kimberly Marie on Facebook Drop the 100. So I'm finna drop the science for y'all. Here it go. All right. Now you can get this out of the Conscious College course. The link in my bio, consciouscollege.org. All right. This the 5 steps you're gonna need. First of all, you have to send the letter of instructions. The first letter of instructions. That's step number one. Step number one, you need to be sending out your letter of instructions, and your letter of instructions should include the following attachments. I'm gonna give you the sauce, man. It should include your endorsed bill of exchange. Your bill is a bill of exchange. Go listen to my last live. You should send that back endorsed, means you accepted it for deposit. It's not a contract until you accept it. So you accept it for deposit. Also include your power of attorney affidavit. This is most important. You got to take over the account with the power of attorney affidavit. The third thing you should send, the Federal Reserve Act Section 29. The Federal Reserve Act, this is the copy of the administrative process. This administrative process comes from the Federal Reserve Act, Section 29. It tells you how to enforce the administrative process on banks. All right, these are Federal Reserve members. The last thing, number 4, you should send certificate of service. All right, this proves that you serve these people. You have proof, and you should send a certified mail. Now you got certificate of mailing, you got certificate of delivery with the certified mail, and also you included a certificate of service of the documents that you're serving. You see what I'm saying? So these documents you're serving, you send in a package. It's gonna 5 things. It's gonna be the letter of instructions with 4 attachments. I just named the 4 attachments. Come on, let's talk about it now. Come on, who you know dropping the sauce like this now? All right. I'm just telling you how to endorse your bills because I care about humanity. I'm tired of people being financially oppressed. My people need financially free. You know what I'm saying? The prophet Noble Drew Ali said, it takes finances to uplift the nation. But if you a slave to debt and you a debt slavery, how you got enough time to join a conscious college? How you got enough funds to pay your $49.99 to join a conscious college, man? So you can learn further things, how you can enforce other rights. I'm going to start at the consumer rights, but I'm not stopping there. Kevin Brown dropped the 100. Come on now. I'm not stopping there. Now I'm going to tell you step 2. That's just step 1. Now step 2, to enforce the contract, to discharge your bills, is after 5 business days. Send your letter instructions number 2. Okay? So the first letter instructions you sent, all right, you got that. You know what I'm saying? You sent them first letter instructions. The second, you're going to send a second letter instructions, and you're going to, it's going to be an endorsed bill of exchange and a Federal Reserve Act, Section 29. Come on, let's talk about it. And I'm going to go over this again in Sunday school, man. So if you in my Conscious College Sunday school, we're going over this again. Don't trip. And you get the actual questions in Sunday school. And I'm going to slow down and answer every question. And you get free consultations. Come on now. Free consultation when you join the Conscious College. Link in the bio. All right, that's step number 2. Step number 3, to enforce the contract to discharge your bills. Step number 3, it's after the 5 business days again. Send the letter of instructions number 3. So this is the third letter of instructions. Within 15 business days, you send them. I'm not talking about no 1099 tax ID process. I'm talking about something that's way faster. I'm talking about 15 business days. You already sent them 3 letters of instructions, and you include your attachments. Same attachments from letter 2, and that's your endorsed bill of exchange and the Federal Reserve Act Section 29. All right, you're gonna send both those together. You understand? And the reason why is because you give them a reminder. Look, I already gave y'all the first letter. I got a certificate of service. I got a certificate of mailing. I got a certificate of delivery from the post office of everything I sent you. You know what I'm saying? I got the endorsed bill of exchange. I sent you a power of attorney. I sent you a certificate of service. I sent you the Federal Reserve Act to let you know the law that I'm upholding. You understand? Come on, let's talk about it. Tamara said hi, King 100. What's up, Tamara? What's up? Islamism. All right, that's 3 steps. That's 3 steps. We got 5 steps. It's 5 total steps. Now the next 2 steps is how you enforce this administrative process. Now you got to do administrative review. How do you do administrative review, Grand Sheik? I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down. Uh, Angie Wadsworth said, "Preach." Jay Shelton on Facebook say, "This Jay Breezy tapping in." Kimberly Marie say, "Thank you for this with love and gratitude." Now you most welcome. Everybody that was in my discharge telegram, I started a new one. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Things got disrupted. I was kicked out for some reason. But um, if you want to join my Telegram group, all right, we're gonna we gonna open it back up. All right, we're gonna open it back up. We're gonna open it back up. Kimberly Marie say, break it down for us, Sheik. All right, I'm gonna go back in. All right, I'm gonna go back in. Since they gave me the password to get them, I'm gonna get them. Let's talk about it. Now, what's the next 2 steps you need to enforce your administrative process after you discharge your bills? I didn't give you the game how to discharge your bills, a summary. Now, if you want the full steps, come to the discharge class. It's only $149.99, Conscious College. Now, the last 2 steps after you did your administrative process, the last 2 steps, now it's time to enforce that. After 15 business days, you need to be filing a complaint, depending on what bank you're going to. If it's a national bank, you need to be filing a complaint with the comptroller of the currency, not the state comptroller, the United States comptroller of the currency, the federal comptroller. All right, the comptroller has authority and jurisdiction over national banks. All right, what you gonna be sending them? You're gonna be sending them everything, all 3 steps. Your first 3 steps, you're gonna be sending them. So that's the first 3 letters of instructions. That's your endorsed bill of exchange, your power of attorney affidavit, the Federal Reserve Act Section 29, and certificate of service. And you're gonna serve also the corporation. So you're gonna send a copy to the comptroller, a copy to the corporation. Now, who you know giving you this class for free? Come to the Conscious College. Just imagine how much I'm giving. All right. Now, the last step, I'm giving y'all the sauce. Now, the last step to enforce the contract, for breach of contract, to discharge your bills, is you file a civil action U.S. federal court for breach of contract. If you on my Facebook, my YouTube, you see the form. This is the template that we already got for you. We already got the template you need. You ain't got to draw nothing up from scratch. We got step-by-step paperwork in the Conscious College for you. You know what I'm saying? We got step-by-step paperwork. All right. So if you're looking at the complaint, all right, this is the template from the United States District Court. This is the complaint for a civil case alleging breach of contract. All right. It has everything you just plug and play. The plaintiff, the defendant. If you're in a Conscious College, we teach you all these things. Who's the plaintiff? Who's the defendant? We teach you how to file the cover sheet. You're going to need a JS-44 form to go with this. All right. A JS-44 form is the cover sheet. Come to Sunday School Conscious College, we go over that. How to fill out the cover sheet to file a breach of contract or any lawsuit you need in federal court and state court. And also how to waive the filing fees. The filing fees for this is $400. But if you file a former par puris application, all right, that's to waive the filing fees. They have an application. All courts must provide you the application to waive court fees. All right, I suggest you do waive court fees. If you pay the court fees with Federal Reserve notes, you put yourself under statutory law because you enforcing a breach of contract for the fact that your negotiable instruments were not dishonored and was neglected, and your contract was securitized by the CFO. All right. Now, why you going in on a CFO? Because you gotta have an agent. You gotta sue a natural person. You can't just sue your bank. You gotta sue the agent for the bank. Somebody gotta certain people got fiduciary duties. All right. Now I'm breaking it down. Now this ain't it. This is This is only a little bit, man. It get way deeper than this. Those the 5 steps I just gave you. You know what I'm saying? But it get way deeper than that. It get way deeper than that, man. Let me go into the instructions. I'm gonna give you some more instructions. So first of all, you want after you enforce your breach of contract, you gotta know every time you send out a letter, supposed to go to the CFO. All right, it gotta go to the CFO. Why I gotta go to the CFO? Because you gotta know what a CFO is. A CFO is a term that stands for the Chief Financial Officer. They the person who reports directly to the comptroller. All right, they report directly to the comptroller. All right, and they CFO refers to the senior executive responsible for managing the financial actions of the company. So they have the responsibility and liability. A lot of people go to indentured trustee. A lot of people go to all different type of places, but you have to go to the CFO. All right, he has the main responsibility for the financial actions of the, you know what I'm saying, of the company. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand the agent principal relationship. That's why you have to send the power of attorney to revoke their power of attorney. You understand? If you go to the 10K form, you'll find they CFO. Right, Remo Supremo TikTok said Peace King Islam. Islam, Reno Chemo, Remo Supreme, Islam, Islam, Mo Andre Max said, what if there's no CFO? Okay, then you ain't dealing with the right company. You have to go to the bank of the company. All right, you got to go look and do your homework on these companies. A lot of these companies are not actual financial institutions. They might be service companies for the financial institution, but you doing business with them through the financial institution. Only way you can get a loan, only way you can get a bill is from a financial institution, because for them to draft the bill, they have to be a drawer, and only a drawer can be a financial institution. All right. So go to whoever's the drawer of the bill, and go to the CFO of that drawer. They have a fiduciary relationship, meaning the principal is the corporation and the CFO is the agent. All right. The CFO's duties include tracking cash flow and financial planning, as well as analyzing the company's financial strengths and weaknesses and proposing corrective actions. You know what I'm saying? So anything go wrong, the CFO financially is responsible for how the company's finance is taking place. Now, when you look at the finance, we talking about negotiable instruments is one of their biggest financial assets. So your bill is their financial asset. All right. I went over that in the last live how your bills is really the money. Your debt is the money. Your contracts is the money. You know what I'm saying? So when you sign the contract, that's the money, because they securitize your contract. So you have to enforce the contract. You get what I'm saying to you? You got to enforce the contract because that's the money, because they securitize. They sold it. They sold your contract. You understand what I'm saying to you? You got to understand what I'm saying to you. All right. The role of a CFO is similar to a treasurer or a controller. All right. So he the same thing as a controller or a treasurer. The CFO is responsible for managing the financing and accounting division and for ensuring the company financial reports are accurate and completed in a timely manner. So if you go to your contract, it says that your payment is supposed to be processed in 5 business days. Go read your contract. How many days does it say a payment? If you send a payment in, it's supposed to be processed. It says 5 business days. So if they don't process your payment in 5 business days, it's a breach of the contract. You can give them 3 notices of this breach. You give them 3 notices to process your payment, which is the negotiable instrument you endorse. You send it every 5 business days. After the business days, that don't you file for breach of contract. That does not include Saturday and Sunday. All right, that does not include Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Swindle. Um, On Facebook, Hoodwink said, uplifting fallen humanity one scam at a time. You understand? Because you gotta understand, swindle, hoodwink, you've been scammed. You know what I'm saying? Go read how they securitize the contract. Go look up these terms. I got receipts. I dropped receipts last time on how this actually works. You understand? Uh Kimberly Marie uh said we ain't finding too many like you, Sheik. You a rare breed. 100. I appreciate you, Kimberly Marie. I'm gonna drop the game, man. It's on you to study it and use it. Kimberly Marie said, how would you find a CFO address, for example, DTE? What's DTE? I don't know what DTE stand for, but if you can't find a CFO address, wherever they sent the bill to, wherever the billing address, that's the CFO address because remember, the CFO is responsible for all financial transactions. So he's responsible for the billing department. The billing department is the bill of exchange department. All right, so think about it. The bill of exchange is the bill. The billing department is a bill of exchange. That's the bill of exchange department. So you can send it to wherever you send your bills to, wherever you send payments for your bills to. If you look in the back of your contract, go read your contract. It tells you where to send your negotiable instruments. Sometimes it said excuse my pronunciation. It said extraordinary bills. You know what I'm saying? Or it says, non-regular payments. Send it to this address. So look at your contract, and your contract is gonna let you know where to send irregular payments to. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not sending Federal Reserve notes. All right. You're not sending Federal Reserve notes. All right. You sending the bill, the coupon. Remember, the coupon bond, the bond coupon is your bill. Your bill of exchange is really called a bond coupon. All right, the bond coupon is the interest they pay to your principal account, but you've been sending in your Federal Reserve note. All right. Tomorrow said freezing up bad. That's because I'm dropping the sauce tomorrow. They don't want, you know what I'm saying? They always messing with the streams. You know what I'm saying? Uh, they always messing with things like that. Monica Rainey said I can't find a CFO name for my light and water company. All right, that's because you need to look at the bank for the light and water company. And this is what I tell y'all about light and water companies. All right, you shouldn't be really trying to endorse utility bills. Why? Why, Grand Sheik? Because that's something that's coming every month. All right, with that, you need to be doing your 1099 on that. All right, that's a different process. With utility bills, you need to be filing 1099A, 1099C. All right, and you need to be sending that over to the Secretary of Treasury. That way, you don't have to endorse it every month. That's one way to do it. The second way to do it, you can actually just pay it off with a credit card and then endorse the credit card. That's the easy way to do your utility bills. Now, utility bills and things like that, when they can cut off your lights, I tell people you have to be strategic with things like that. You don't want to be trying to enforce something, then it cut off your lights. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you have to have your timing together. It's very imperative to be organized when you're doing this process. You have to have your timing together. So you have to time it and track it. You have to do your tracking. When you send a certified mail, you got to know, okay, every 5 days they're going to receive this. All right. On the fifth day after they receive it, all right, you know what I'm saying? You gotta uh, send off the next letter every 5 days. You gotta be on schedule. All right. I know my live going in and out. It's freezing up. It keeps saying it's going in and out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to have this. They don't want you to have. I'm dropping the sauce. You know I'm coming with the sauce every live. You know what I'm saying? Lethal Rican says every company has a CFO. Come on, let's talk about it, Lethal Rican. Come on, let's talk about it. All right, every company for the most part should have a CFO. Go look at the 10K forms. All right, look at the 10K forms. 10K. 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 Okay, cringe detector said, "Oh boy, fast track to a broken car window." Okay, hold my car window not broken. Um, Monica Renee say, right. That's what I'm looking to do. 1099s and Form 56. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You don't need to really do the Form 56 when you doing the IRS version. You need to do power of attorney. Everywhere you go, you should be moving out of your trust. So out of your trust, you should be filing with when you're doing the IRS. They got a power of attorney form called the 2848. You need to do the power of attorney form 2848. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna go over the power of attorney class. We're gonna go over how to do a proper power of attorney, how to take over your accounts, how to move out of your trust. We got the state plan. The state plan is already we got the state plan if you need it in the Conscious College for 149, where we teach you how to do your power of attorney to take over all your accounts and how to take over your bank accounts with your trust. Everything you need to be doing should be out of trust. All right. I do everything out of the trust. You understand? And I operate from that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? As the authorized representative, as the grantee and a beneficiary of my trust, and you have to operate in those with those hats on. You understand? All right. So I'm gonna come in tomorrow, 7 p.m. All right, 7 p.m. Central Time. Grand Sheik gonna drop it again. All right. I'm coming in every. All right. Wednesday, Warrant Wednesday. We waking them up Wednesday. It's gonna be Wake Up Wednesday tomorrow, coming up. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a conscious college, I check in with y'all in the morning for the morning motivation. Y'all know I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? I'm breaking down some key things in the morning in the Conscious College Sunday School members. All right. Uh, also, be looking out for the podcast I'm dropping. I'm coming with some podcasts. All right. Back to back podcasts. If you need my assistance, my services are not free, but inbox me if you need my assistance. I help with cases. I help enforcing your contracts. I help filing breach of contracts. All right. We also can do security audits on your contract to prove that your contract has been sold. We can prove your contract's been sold with the Bloomberg report and your QSIP number. We do get the QSIP numbers. All right. All right. So peace and love.